Good morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Thursday the 26th of April 2018. I'm Darren Sinden, and you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. Right then, overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. And there's a feel of a bit more stability around some of our currencies this morning. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar and the Japanese yen all finding at least a little bit of comfort against the US dollar. The dollar for its part trading back at 91.16, however, when expressed by dollar index. So a 91 handle in dollar index. That is a significant change. We've been watching that 90 level for quite a while. We're bust right through that, obviously, and it'll be very interesting to see how the trade weighted dollar, I should say, fares over the course of this week. What's on the calendar then? Events that may move the markets today. Well, the day is dominated by one significant event that happens at 11:45 GMT, and that event is the European Central Bank interest rate decision meeting. So 11:45 for the decision. That's followed at 12:30 GMT by the monetary policy statement and press conference. Mario Draghi, I'm sure, will be scrutinised very closely for clues about any changes in ECB policy, or forward guidance at least, in the light of recent poor Eurozone economic data. After the interest rate announcement and before the press conference, however, we will have data out of the States, initial and continuing weekly jobless claims, first of all at 12:30, and they're accompanied by the highly followed durable goods orders for March, both with and without transportation. And then after the ECB press conference, I'm afraid there's a significant break in proceedings, and we don't have any more data out until 22:45 this evening, and we'll see trade balance data for March out of New Zealand. And then at 23:30, we have a raft of CPI inflation data out of Japan and Japanese unemployment data as well. The unemployment data is for March and the inflation data for April. And later at 23:50, we'll also see retail sales data for March out of Japan as well. Right then, breaking news and comment that's caught my eye overnight. First of all, US earnings were mixed yesterday, but equities closed in positive territory despite 10-year yields testing above 3% once again. In Asia, South Korea's Q1 2018 GDP has grown by 2.8% when measured year over year, but that's just below the 2.9% the market was forecasting. Switching back to Europe, and Dutch producer confidence index for April has fallen to a 6-month low and posted its third straight decline since February. The Dutch economy, not a powerhouse in Europe, but it is a very good barometer for, shall we say, the second line states. And so a reduction in business confidence, not what the ECB want to see there. Meanwhile, China is considering a sharp reduction on vehicle import duties, reports Bloomberg, in the latest riposte to American protectionist posturing. Right then, food for thought, something to take away with you into the trading day. Why not think about this? Market drivers seem to be changing as investors factor in higher yields and rates and a stronger US dollar. And relationships in the market are changing too. For example, oil is rallying with the dollar, which we can see in our first chart here. Got Brent crude in the blue line, dollar index in the green line, and they're both heading higher together, whilst gold is diverging from a basket of wider commodities. And again, we can see the basket of commodities, the CRB index, trending higher, but gold has been selling off over recent sessions. So don't just keep an eye on the bonds, keep an eye on what's happening in commodities and what's happening with the dollar, because, as I say, the markets do appear to be in a sense of flux at the moment, trying to refine their bearings, as it were. Right, please take a moment to read the risk warning. Trading CFDs and foreign exchange on margin can be a risky business. If you're in any doubt about those risks or the suitability of the products for you, then please do contact your Pepperstone account representative.